I've had my OM-1 Mark II camera now for about 3 weeks and I've been having a fantastic time using it with this lens. This is the OM-150 to 400mm lens. And during this first 3 weeks of ownership, I've been doing a lot of wildlife and I've been very fortunate to have a fantastic 14-minute encounter with a sparrowhawk, which I had no idea that I was there. So in this video I want to talk about that experience, and I've got many photographs to show and a lot of video to show as well, so I hope you enjoy it. My name is Wayne Robertson and I'm a landscape and wildlife photographer based in Scotland. By spending a lot of time outdoors doing wildlife photography, you often notice things. You don't see certain wildlife every day, but if you make repeat visits, you learn what could be going around in a specific area. And that was very much the case for me with this sparrowhawk. I'd been in the area quite a few times and I had noticed this sparrowhawk. So I decided to keep my eyes peeled, and I was able to monitor where it was going to some degree. And I did notice that it frequented a specific area quite often. I wasn't sure of a specific tree that it was going to, but I did see it going towards some trees. And I took a chance one day to position myself near that set of trees. I was very well camouflaged, completely hidden, and I believe that is what allowed this experience that you're going to see to take place. And I just sat there waiting. I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't even know if I would see the bird, let alone have the fantastic 14 minutes in its company that I did end up having. But about an hour passed, I had seen nothing, and then I could hear a bit of activity. There seemed to be a few small birds going around. Something was upsetting them. They were making a bit of noise. And suddenly from my right, and it flew past me to the left into these trees, I could just see a much larger bird than the small, sparrow, robin sized birds which had been showing a bit of distress, making alarm calls and so on. So I very carefully looked up without moving. I was very well camouflaged and I could see a bird in the tree, and I was pretty sure it was a sparrowhawk. So using the rear screen of my OM-1 Mark II, I was looking down at the camera. I had the rear screen flipped open and I was able to very carefully and slowly get my camera onto this beautiful female sparrowhawk, and that's what started off this magical 14 minutes. With no idea how long the sparrowhawk would stay, my first goal was of course to get a decent photograph. This first photo was captured at 350mm and it has been cropped very slightly. With the first photo in the bag, I turned the zoom ring to reach 400mm, and this photo has only a very minor crop. My main challenge at this time was trying to get as clear a shot of the bird as possible. There were many small branches between myself and the sparrowhawk. My camera was fixed in position on my tripod and I wanted to remain as motionless as possible to remain hidden. I was now certain that the Sparrowhawk wasn't going to spot me, so staying at 400mm, I was able to get a few more shots of the bird in different poses. The only crop for these two images was for aspect ratio. Notice how in this shot the Sparrowhawk is looking down. I noticed it was keeping a close look at what was underneath it, and that was a sign of what was to come. For the next two shots I decided to try some tighter portraits, so I used the internal teleconverter to go just beyond 400mm. The Sparrowhawk turned on the branch, which was to give it a clear flight path to the ground below. After landing, the Sparrowhawk made its way into the water, and for a period of time it kept a close eye on its surroundings. During this time I was able to get a nice variety of shots without using the teleconverter. Some may have a very small crop or a crop purely to get my desired aspect ratio. Here the Sparrowhawk was having a drink. I captured this image and the following two using the internal teleconverter, and the composition is straight out of camera with no cropping. The Sparrowhawk had now moved slightly further away, and it gave itself a good clean in the water. The last of my photographs were all captured using the teleconverter due to the increased distance between the bird and my camera. Finally, after 14 minutes, the Sparrowhawk flew off. My main interest had been photographing the bird in the water, so unfortunately my chosen shutter speed wasn't high enough to capture this moment sharp. However, I was absolutely thrilled with the experience and the photographs that I had been able to capture. I really enjoyed the time out on this day, being able to photograph, take some video and observe this Sparrowhawk. I found the experience fascinating, seeing the behaviour of the bird, seeing it in the water and so on. It really was a fantastic experience which I won't forget. All just out in nature and something that I was very fortunate to witness. And by being in that area a few times, that is what led me being able to get to see this bird at such close quarters without it knowing that I was there. That was very important, both for the bird's sake and for me to be able to do the photography that I did enjoy so much. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. It was a fantastic experience for me being able to share it with you. And I really do hope that you'll tune in to my future videos. If you're interested, I do have a print from this encounter available on my website. Any support or interest in my photography is greatly appreciated as always. Thank you so much, have a great day, and I do hope to see you again soon.